What's up, my friends? It is Danny Gallows, of course, and welcome back to yet another vlog. So as you guys can tell there, or I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's early in the morning right now. It's about 7:30 again. I just got done vacuuming my apartment, and it is so hot in here right now. I mean, you know, I live in Maine, and even right now in Maine, it's got to be at least like 80 degrees, including the humidity this morning. I mean, it is hot. Like, it's already hot. I hate the summertime. I hate the summertime. Like, if I could shoot the summertime in the face, I would shoot it in the face. Like, the heat and the humidity and sweating and the sunlight, and it's just like, I mean, it's so, you know, and like I said, it's 7:30, I just got done vacuuming. You wouldn't think that I'd be pouring sweat from vacuuming, but I am. But anyway, you know, while I was out there vacuuming, I figured that I'd come in here and turn on the camera, you know, real quick to do my vlog, because I was kind of arguing with myself out there in the living room while I was vacuuming. And today I was arguing with myself about commentary channels. And, you know, I watch a lot of commentary channels like Pyrocynical and I Am Alex, and even like Scarce and stuff like that, you know, who does the news. And I really enjoy their content. I really do. I think that, you know, for the most part, those guys have got something to say. But when you look into it more, you kind of start to ask yourself questions. You're like, well, hold on a second, you know, do these guys really have something to say? Because when you go back and you look at their content, you know, even channels that I like I Am Alex and Pyrocynical, right? Like, you go back and you look at these, you know, the subjects that they're talking about in the video, right? And you start to think to yourself, well, if these subjects weren't around, if people weren't talking about these subjects, if these people weren't talking, if these people weren't doing the things that they were doing, would these channels have content? I don't know. Because when you think about it, their channels are based on what everybody else does. So if there was nothing really to report on, would you guys be here on YouTube? You know, it's kind of an interesting question to ask, because you know, there's nothing wrong with like doing the news and stuff. You know, like I said, I'm a big fan of Scarce. You know, I like Scarce for the most part. You know, he does screw up information a lot, but you know, I do like his you know, getting news from him for the most part. And like I said, I enjoy commentary channels because I like to hear other people's opinions about it, right? But you kind of have to step back for a second and ask yourself, what kind of content really are these channels producing? Because for the most part, they're just talking about other people and giving their opinions on other people, right? Well, that's okay, but at the same time, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know, as you know, even people like Pyrocynical and I Am Alex and stuff like that, you know, they're young. They're only like 22, 21 years old. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what exactly are these people telling the YouTube sphere about other people? You know what I'm saying? It's like if you're not talking about other people, then what are you talking about? And that's the point here, is that if you go back and you look at all their videos, well, they're not talking about anything except other people. They're not talking, they never come on and they're just themselves. Well, you know what that also translates into? That also translates into you don't have anything to say. You know, here on this channel, you know, I'm not completely, you know, you know, I'm guilty of talking about some people too. I just did a video like a week ago talking about, you know, Jake Paul because I wanted to talk about it, right? But that's the only video that I made. That was the only one. And then I haven't made any other commentary videos. I mean, I'm trying to think back. I mean, I might have made like one other commentary video or something like that, right? But then that's it. There's probably like 2 videos in total on my page that are talking about other people. The rest of the stuff that I'm talking about here on this channel is stuff that's coming from here. It's stuff that I'm thinking of. They're thoughts and opinions of me. Stuff that I think about every day. Questions that I want answers. Discussions that I want to start. It's all coming from right here. These are things that I'm generating myself. They're things that I'm talking about myself. Things that I have myself interested in. Things that I have to talk about, that I have things to say about. You know, I don't just, you know, and that's the problem, is that, you know, all these other commentary channels, well, what do they do to get their video content every day? Well, they go around and look for video content to re-upload and things to talk about that 12 other people have already been talking about. And then they just turn on their cameras, they put the title of whoever they're talking about, you know, all in caps, you know, usually, and then that gets them clicks and that gets them plays. And again, there's nothing really wrong with that because, on YouTube, it's YouTube. It's you, it's your tube, it's your space. You can do whatever you want to do here to be able to make money. But there's also the other side to that issue, whereas, if these people didn't have other people to talk about, well, then their channel probably wouldn't be that popular, would it? And then you look at channels like mine. Why isn't my channel more popular? I'm talking about things that I have come up with, things that are coming from my brain. I don't filter feed off of other people to be able to generate content for myself. I have my own content. I create my own content here. And that's what YouTube is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about people who are on here to create their own content, not take all of their material from someone else and then kind of like just redo it in their own sphere to give their own opinion. Well, that's great that you're giving your own opinion, right? But who are you? Who are you? That's the biggest issue here. It's like, are you just some kid who's giving your opinion, or are you somebody like me who actually has something to say? Where a majority of the content that I put up on my channel are things that I am generating, not things that other people are generating. So that's what's kind of on my mind this morning. Like when it comes to like commentary channels in general. Like I said, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of a lot of commentary channels, but should they be really getting the attention that they're receiving? Should they be getting all these plays? Because all they're doing is they're finding news that's happening and then they're just kind of talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Which is then in turn generating more drama and more, all of this crazy activity and all that stuff going on, So, it's kind of a question that I wanted to pose to all of you out there in the YouTube sphere. Like, what do you guys think about commentary channels? Like, are they really useful to have on YouTube? Do you get entertainment out of them, or for the most part, do you find that do you kind of find yourself siding with me a little bit? Like maybe they're a little bit more useless than we had realized because think about what they're doing. They're not creating their own content. Their content comes strictly in most cases from other people, and that's why I do have a lot of respect for people like Pyrocynical because, at least Pyro is doing other things. He's not just doing commentary. And by the way, when Pyro started out doing commentary, he did comedy with his commentary. That's why I subscribed to him in the first place, is because he was a really, really funny dude. When he was talking about this, he was making jokes about people, right? Other commentary channels don't really do that. They just kind of talk and like give their opinion about the situation. And that's what I'm talking about. Also, Pyro he's been branching into doing stuff like video game videos and stuff like that, like walkthroughs and let's plays and stuff like that, right? So at least Pyro's got variety going on his channel. But that's not what I'm not specifically talking about Pyro. I'm talking about other commentary channels out there that don't have a variety. And like the only thing that they're there for is to promote more drama and to promote more paranoia and stress and all this circus that's going on YouTube, while at the same time not doing anything original because they wouldn't have content if other people didn't exist. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of, I think that's going to do it for this vlog, this video here. I think you guys can probably get an idea of what I'm talking about from this video. It's just that I just wanted to pose this question today, like, are commentary channels really as worthwhile as we think they are, or are they just gathering this attention for no reason? Because once that news stops, and once people stop being dramatic, and I guess that's really the big selling point of being a commentary channel, is that the drama never stops. But that is another point though, is that once the drama does stop, once the news does stop, well then what was your channel? Because think about it, if the drama were to ever stop, if the news were to ever stop, or to get slow, and people were to calm down, and all of a sudden there wasn't that much to talk about, well, guess what? Now you don't have any content. Now you don't have anything to upload. Now you don't have anything to talk about. Guess who still has things to talk about? Channels like mine. You see what I'm saying? Like, because we've always been generating our own material. We will last for a long time on YouTube because we don't rely on other people. We're generating our own content, and that's the point. Is that the channels that will last on YouTube are the channels that are doing their own thing, that are creating their own content. All these channels, they may be getting hundreds of thousands of subscribers, right, because of other people's drama and other people's situations. That's not going to last. That's not going to last. That's temporary, man. That's transient. That's not going to be here for a long time. These people, they'll be around for a couple of years. They'll be around for a little while. But once people start to get sick of all the drama and all the news and stuff like that, they just fizzle out. And the cream rises to the top. The people who are here creating content, they're doing their own creative stuff, will always be here doing this stuff because I never run out of content. I'm always thinking about stuff. I'm always thinking about video ideas. I don't rely on other people for my material. I rely on this for my material. And that's what YouTube is about. So that's going to do it for today's vlog, guys. Remember to leave all of your thoughts and opinions on this specific situation down below in the great white void, and let's get that conversation going. And as always, guys, until next we meet, take care, and I'll see you later.